Being Kuno's pig has a steadying effect on your hand. Go with the flow, man. Reflex to what? Being left alone.
Let us not linger. We have a great big mess to figure out.
Well, yeah, that and the catastrophic data loss. Just me, huh? Wow. Well, good luck. The sentiment is called anti-centennial nostalgia, pining for a time before the turn of the century. It's common even now, after 50 years.
And the flashlight works a lot better if you hold it in your hand. At least it's not running them a loss anymore, now that you've unplugged the cable.
Yes, moving along.
It means like one of those rich boy private radio stations, where you can listen to people getting killed on, then jerk off to it. Sick shit.
Why would I do that, officer?
Okay, yes. Immediate failure. Things are worse now. He's observing your every motion carefully.
Indeed. Nighty. How did it get there?
I know those types, yes. We're having some here, but they never make their rent, so they have to move out. I know their type.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it, gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous.
And I blew them all. What does it matter now? He's gone. Ancient dust.
Oh, come on. You know better than that. His fascination has swept aside other concerns for the moment. He's a little hooked. His tone is so solemn that, if your eyes were closed, you could swear he has taken a knee.
Suspect at large on foot! Pigs in pursuit! Cover, boys!
Die kannst du unseren Jungen auf einem dieser Dinger.
I've got to ask, what are you doing?
You are the big communism builder now. It's you or no one.
We can figure something out, right, guys? Work out a deal. We can run the club without bothering her.
Fine, yeah. It looked like someone had messed with the wiring. It was shortly after the hanging, but I don't know if it's at all related. Plenty of arseholes around here who aren't murderers.
The pain intensifies as your hands attempt to reach out into the pale chaos. Of course it's only in your head. Of course it is. But it almost feels as if the clutch handle is gently squeezing back.
I'm sorry, dear. You've had to drudge through them so many times. Such is field work. A young person's game, as they say.
Officer, we will deal with this later. We don't need Mr. Clare's help with this. You will find him a big fan of the ancient ways. It's part of his condition.
The carving on the door is block-like and angular, like the church itself. Two large beams shoot downwards, sinking into the wood before they reach the threshold.
Okay. I don't like pinball because I had to learn to play it for an undercover job at a pinball ring. And it's a lame, boring and unchallenging game. There. We can move on now.
Sure, whatever. If you survive, make sure to bring that shit back to Kuno. Kuno's almost out. You wouldn't like the Kuno when he's out.
For the big time.
You hanged the corpse to cover up the real cause of death. What was it?
Repeating it gets no reaction from the man with the sunglasses. Suddenly, the world is very quiet. Even the howling wind outside sounds a bit embarrassed. How very astute of you. This renders it ineffectual. You should look for a whole cigarette, or better yet, an entire pack. Strike that. A carton. Make sure they're all healthy and able-bodied. Then smoke them all.